let's get into it. So, I wanted to say this is like a roller coaster, but you know what? It's not a roller coaster. It is a ride, though, at the amusement park called the Giant Drop, where this episode got me hyped. Slowly set up the premise and got me really hyped for it, and it sucked at the end of it. Oh my God. So the whole premise that we got teased last week is the tale of two bachelor/bachelorette parties, whatever. We had the ladies of the CW going out for a night out and the Team Flash guys going out. And it started off really well, where you had the guy playing Elongated Man, Ralph. He kind of crashes the party, and then he takes them all out to a strip club. And the setup was pretty funny because he's like, man, I know a place where you can get chicken and steak for, $4.99 or whatever. And the sights are great. And I'm already, of course, we know he's talking about a strip club. But they get to the strip club. Cisco's got the magic juice to get Barry drunk. Like, it's going well. And then you find out that Joe's daughter-in-law or whatever is stripping at the strip club. I'm like, this is about to be hilarious. Then you have the ladies going out. You bring in Felicity, which makes, like, Iris, Caitlin, okay, whatever. But when you bring in Felicity, now it's funny. Now you can get into a dynamic you weren't going to get into before. So what you set up was this kind of hangover-ish episode where they both have two completely wild nights and get into some hijinks. And while the guys kind of do, the girls thing takes a huge left turn where you got Killer Frost having to pay her debt, the ladies having to defend themselves because Barry's drunk and they don't have phones. And so the ladies trying to, hashtag feminism, whatever they call it. Then you got this female villain that is kind of Magneto, kind of not. I don't know. It just fell apart for me. Honestly, it just absolutely fell apart. This season has been pretty funny. It's been very lighthearted. And even this episode has a lot of light moments, a lot of funny moments. But I thought they should have stuck with that for this episode. It did seem like a filler. Even though what happened, I thought it was a filler. Because this doesn't super impact anything. So if it's going to be a filler, why not make it fun and funny? Make it a hangover. Stick with that theme. They went with some dark stuff, actually, where you got a metahuman whose tears are drugs, and now there's a metahuman trafficking where they're selling metahumans off to different people. It's like, where did all this come from? And then we got the Killer Frost storyline. So I like Killer Frost. I like the idea of this guy's tears being drugs. I like all that. I don't think it fit this episode, but I like the concepts. What I don't like is they undercut everything about Killer Frost. I was so happy with the decision to make it a Hulk relationship or Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, to go further back, where when she turns into Killer Frost, she's Killer Frost and he's evil, or she's evil. Instead of, I'm Caitlin, I controlled it, or I made Killer Frost into me. I'm glad they didn't go, Caitlin has powers. I'm glad they didn't go, Killer Frost is a good guy that I control now. They found a happy medium. Now they erased all that with, there's a mix between the two, and now Killer Frost is not a killer. That gets to the point where she has a chance to kill the villain. And I'm just like, I'm waiting for one of that Deadpool moment where this is the moment that defines you. Don't kill her. And she's like, okay, and then kills her anyway. Or that she drops the spike and then freezes her head off, or kisses her and freezes her head. I'm like, you have to reserve Killer Frost. She is a villain. That is a great dynamic where that evil is inside of her. They completely undercut it. Where Killer Frost was scared. You saw the stuff she did. She killed the black racer like that. And she couldn't fight a regular metahuman that controlled one arm of metal? Get out of here. It was bad. I didn't like this forced feminism idea. All of it was It was poorly done. It was some lame, politically correct social commentary, not done well enough, no meat to it. So I never saw an episode turn so far left when it started off right. It's just like it went straight down the hill. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what? I don't even remember the girl's name. Joe's girlfriend is now hacking into magnets and stuff. She even says, I don't know how to do that. And it's just like, this is going too much. This is going too far. But I like some of the jokes though. Like, how'd you get in here, Felicity? You guys have no security. You guys have no cameras, no alarms. They're really making a joke of that. That phrase that Barry said at the beginning of this house, like they keep using that over again. There's some jokes. And, light stuff that's funny. I like the stuff with the guys for the most part. Grant Gustin's drunk Barry was kind of on and off, but I love I'm the Flash. Like, that was pretty funny. But, yeah, overall this episode was such a letdown. But the one shining thing I will say is this guy, and I'm going to remember his name one day, but the guy playing the elongated man, Ralph Bettany or whatever, he reminds me of Barney from How I Met Your Mother. And I love How I Met Your Mother. I love Barney the most. We need that. We need this strip club, sleazy, womanizing guy with superhero who's lovable, but he's lovable, but he's not so do-gooder like Barry is. I think he's great. He plays great off Grant Gustin and everybody else. He got comedic timing. I'm super excited because Wally was a bust. So I'm excited for Elongated Man. I'm excited that he's in the next episode and it seems like he'll be coming back. I can't wait to see what they do with him. He's pretty funny as a character, and then the powers that guy has, I can only think of the fun stuff they're going to do. Looking ahead, I'm starting to really not care about DeVoe. Like, he's flying around in a chair. The dude who's playing him acting is terrible. I can't wrap my head around what his plan is so far, but I am starting to believe more and more that he is setting up another villain, and setting up a plan to release another villain that could fight the Flash or do something for him, because he doesn't seem like the type to do it himself, even though he's flying around in a chair in Central City hunting down metas and nobody saw that. But anyway, my rating is a 2.5 out of 5 lightning bolts. Such a lackluster episode with some good moments, but overall not that great. Go to the comment section. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Thumbs up, subscribe, share it, all that fun stuff. If you heard it here, it's official canon.